graders, Miss Alvarado here. Welcome back to Persuasive Writing. And previously we watched some videos where I was reading books about I Want a New Room, where this little boy was trying to persuade his parents with really good reasons why he should have his own space, his own room. In this video, Dear Mr. Blueberry, I read you a story about a little girl, Emily, who was trying to persuade her teacher that there was a whale in her backyard. And then the teacher was trying to persuade Emily that that's just not possible. And finally, Grace for President. Grace tries to persuade her fellow students to vote for her because she would be a really good president. So I have one more book to read to you. And this one is a pretty short book. And it's called Animals Should Definitely Not Wear Clothing. Written by Judy Barrett and drawn by Ron Barrett. Wonder if they're related. Animals should definitely not wear clothing because it would be disastrous for a porcupine. Boy, that's for sure. Because a camel might wear it in the wrong places. He just has two hats on his two humps. Because a snake would lose it. Yeah, I don't think a snake wearing pants is a good idea. He slithered right on out. Because a mouse could get lost in it. Can't even see the mouse. Oh, the little tail. Because a sheep might find it terribly hot. Poor sheep. Because it could be very messy for a pig. This book is giving a lot of reasons to persuade the reader why animals shouldn't wear clothing. Because it might make life hard for a hen. Well, that looks a little bit uncomfortable. Because a kangaroo would find it quite unnecessary. She already has her little pouch built right in. She doesn't need pockets. Because a giraffe might look sort of silly. It's a lot of ties. Because a billy goat would eat it for lunch. And that's true. They'll eat just about anything, even their own clothes. Because it would always be wet on a walrus. Not a good idea to have all those wet hanging clothes. Because a moose could never manage. Those antlers just get in the way of everything. Because opossums might wear it upside down by mistake. That looks kind of funny. And most of all, because it might be very embarrassing when you're wearing the same outfit as somebody else. Yikes. That's a great book. That's a great short story book. And they gave a lot of good solid reasons as to why something should happen. And you know, in all the books I've read to you, they all started out with a hook and they made their statement. And then they gave a lot of reasons to persuade you to think a certain way or convince you to do something. And remember, with persuasion writing or persuasive writing, you're trying to get the reader, listener, to change their mind or to take action, to do something. And you want to change someone's mind. An example might be a letter to your parents requesting you get a family pet or stay up later. For money, an example might be a commercial wanting you to buy a product, remember that? Or to support a cause, something you feel strongly about, something you want people to do to better the community. So what I did is I went ahead and I wrote a letter, and I want to show you my letter that I wrote to somebody you might know or you might remember. this is a letter to Mrs. Armstrong. And I want to make sure you can see this okay. So I'm going to push this back just a wee bit. There we go. I think you can see that okay. Okay, I'll read my letter to you. And you know, first of all, when you're doing any kind of writing, you need a good solid hook to keep your reader, listener interested. So here we go. Dear Mrs. Armstrong, do you ever wonder how you can excite the kids at recess and give them some exercise? Well, I have the answer. So here is my hook. I'm hooking the reader in, and now I'm stating what I want, how I want to persuade her. First I hooked her in, and now I'm telling her my plea, or the thing that I really, really want. Well, I have the answer. Vargas should have music at recess every day. So I've told her exactly what I want, but now to change her mind or to convince her to do something, I'm going to have to give her some solid reasons why. I can't just say, do you want to excite the kids? We need music. Love, Miss Alvarado. I can't just do that. She's going to say, well, why should I do this for you? So I should give her some reasons. First, if a kid is feeling down, music can be very uplifting. I gave her a really good reason. Next, dancing works all of the muscle groups. That's another great reason. So now I might be changing her mind because I'm giving her these really good solid reasons. And finally, the students are always excited to watch Mrs. Alvarado break out her dance moves. In my opinion, that's probably the best reason of all. Who doesn't like to see that? So, I hope I have persuaded you to play music every day. A Vargas Dolphin. I could have signed my name, but I was talking about myself, so I just said a Vargas Dolphin. In the end of your letter or your piece, it's good to restate what you really want from the listener or the reader. I already said in the beginning here, my plea, this is what I want from you, Mrs. Armstrong. Here's all the reasons why, and at the very end, I said it again, what I want from her. So I hope I persuaded you to play music every day, a Vargas Dolphin. So in my letter, I have my hook. I've hooked her in. I've told her exactly what I want, which is called your plea. And then I've given her some great reasons why she should do this. And then I told her again what I would like, and I signed it. So if you're writing a letter to your mom or dad, or your teacher, or your principal, and you want something from them, make it clear what you want, good solid reasons, say what you want again, and then wrap it up. Okay? You can do this. I believe in you. Thanks for listening.